Back with more Heartstopper. This is episode 2. Very excited to carry on and see what happens next with this story. I think it got off to a very strong start with the first episode, kind of introducing most of the key characters in this, I would assume. And yeah, like the foundation of this bond between Charlie and Nick that I'm sure will be explored further. So yeah, really surprised at how much I liked that first one. So I'm excited for hopefully more wholesome goodness in future. We did have a bit of drama with the whole Tom situation in the first one. I don't know if that's going to be something that carries on. But either way, this is going to be interesting to see how the story kind of develops further. So let's get into the next one. Interest has been piqued. Oh, the dog. Hello, dog. Oh no. Ooh, it's going to sting. Oh man. I love that it's got such a unique kind of style and voice to it. His phone screen. Can't stop staring at the dog. It's adorable. I like that even when they have like text conversations like this, because we're seeing them doing the texting, their personality's still there. Oh, you going for it? You went for it.
Well, I've noticed you haven't made many friends in your form group. I can't imagine it's easy moving schools in the middle of year 11.
I'm fine.
I could assign Tara Jones to look after you.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, I like the periodic table windows. That's probably the least cool thing I've ever said, but it's true. Oh wow.
He's straight, Charlie. You only need to glance in to see that he's a massive heterosexual. I thought you had a boyfriend.
No, he was horrible. This is someone else.
He was horrible.
Do you want to meet up with us for lunch today? Did Miss Greenwood tell you to try and make friends with me?
No. We eat in the canteen, so you can join us anytime.
So, Tara said you had no friends. I didn't say that.
Nice to meet you too. Oh, okay, I'm more on board.
Have you two been friends for a long time?
Best gal pals.
Since you're 7, so 5 years of hell.
I get good vibes from them.
Oh my god, she's so cute. I wish I had a dog.
I love that dog. I would die for that dog.
You should come round my house and meet her. Are you free on Saturday?
Yeah, I think so.
Hi.
God, Tori.
There you go.
I like that she just appears.
Is my hair too short?
It looks the same.
But is that okay?
It looks the same.
Great. Thanks.
I like her, she's funny.
This is Nelly.
Hello, Nelly. I would die for you, Nelly.
Come on, I'm in the league. Can you just let me...
Nintendo Switch.
You've already won like...
Oh, Mario Kart. I fucking love Mario Kart.
You are good at sports. Like, you run so fast. Shut up! No, it's true. Oh my god.
This is very wholesome.
It's snowing.
Try this one.
If you wanna
Ah. Name a more iconic trio. That is an adorable dog. I can't get over the dog. Huh. I love the little, like, illustrations being included. This is wholesome. I could just have 8 episodes of them being happy like this.
He's very different to your other friends, isn't he? You seem much more yourself around him.
Do I?
You do.
Oh, hello.
Who are you texting?
Your mum?
Ha! Classic.
He's definitely chirping someone.
Oh.
So, we're doing well.
Don't pretend you have any idea.
You know how I thought you were straight? Yes. Well, I've kind of been feeling like maybe he isn't. Like he might let me back. Oh. There's just been all these little moments over the past couple of weeks.
Oh no.
during the half term.
What does he want to say to you, though?
Hanging out. Nick likes a girl. Her name's Tara Jones.
Oh. I wrote that name down. That's one of Elle's friends. He wants your attention, pal. Don't worry about Tara.
But we don't know if she actually likes Nick back.
Isaac, I've already warned you about encouraging Charlie's crushes on straight boys.
I want to believe in romance.
Isaac is everyone watching this.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
And make no promises.
Tao?
Come on.
There we go.
Same.
Oui, j'ai une petite amie. I think saying une makes it feminine, so you'd be saying you have a girlfriend.
Oh, what?
Tara.
Ah,
Is our
sneaky.
petite amie. Non, ce n'est pas une petite amie. It's true. I know. Alright, let's move away from the boyfriend questions. Elle, vous avez des frères et des sœurs?
I think those two are together.
Do you?
Wanna build a snowman?
House?
Okay, that works too.
Hi. I was just admiring Tara's hands.
Yeah, they're a thing.
Are you two like dating? Don't tell anyone, okay? Only a few of my friends.
Well, that solves that. Ah, what a wholesome trio. I'm saying wholesome a lot, but it's very wholesome.
You're terrible.
I'd love to learn to play an instrument, but I just don't have the patience. Oh. I mean, I'm sure it'll be better when he's conscious to do that, you know?
You look so cuddly like that.
Do I?
Yeah.
Charlie's just concentrating on not dying right now. Oh, straight boy. God. I took that. The dog. Wait a minute. Am I depressed? Oh. Too real with that Google search. Jesus. The answer's yes. Oh. Made it real. Press and enter. Development. Interesting. Okay, another very strong episode. I like how, you know, the Charlie and Nick bond is really developing, and they lent into Nick's side of it, I think, just as much as Charlie's this side, this time around, which makes sense. And, you know, he's kind of, I think, starting to questioning things about himself, as we saw at the end there. So yeah, it's kind of, I guess, his journey of self-discovery with Nick. And I'm intrigued to see where that goes. But wholesome bloody moments with those two. You know, everything of them just hanging out, playing Mario Kart, or, you know, playing with the dog in the snow. All of that, you know, I could just watch that. And it's just wholesome, good times. You know, it warms my icy cold heart, my cold, lonely heart. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, I think TV, and I'm sure there will be times when it all goes horribly wrong and it's all dramatic and stuff later on down the line. But for now, I like that, you know, they're just letting them be. They're just letting them kind of fall for each other a bit and just letting the wholesome vibes flow. And you can just enjoy that without any other drama kind of surrounding it, you know? Obviously, we had the whole momentary, like, oh, he likes Tara thing. But that got resolved, you know, fairly quickly, and it's not really an obstacle now. So you have like little things like that could potentially be like hurdles and bumps in the road for Charlie and Nick, but I did enjoy that. You know, they don't lean into the drama side of things as much. It's present, but it's not like the main crux of the story, which I think a lot of other shows would do. They make it all about, you know, the love triangles and all of that jazz. This feels much more like, you know, we're just allowing the viewers to just watch these two people fall for each other. And I feel like that doesn't often get as much focus because they feel like, I don't know if some writers just feel like that's not enough plot, but I think it is, especially when you do it like this. And I think having like half an hour episodes also really benefits that kind of story. But just, you know, I think what really sells a relationship on TV, you know, much like real life, it's not being told that these two are a good match or being told that these two like each other. It's just seeing them be around each other and seeing these people kind of form this connection and, you know, just visibly seeing that there is something there. And that's what this show's doing thus far with those two. And, you know, I think the two actors playing Charlie and Nick are doing a really great job, and I think they have good chemistry together. So I like seeing that build, and it just leaves you rooting for them. You know, some of that development, even like a good chunk of, you know, their growing connection, it's just been like moments of silence of like them playing in the snow with the music on. The moment where Charlie was asleep and Nick like went to touch his hand and everything, and when they've had like conversations, you know, just on like Instagram or something. You know, they're not like physically talking to each other, but we're seeing that progression anyway. I like the various different ways that we're seeing that relationship kind of progress and change and grow, as Nick kind of, I think, starts to realise some things about himself, or at least starts questioning them, you know, Googling those quizzes at the end. So I liked all the development with that, and seeing Charlie's friends, you know, adamant that Nick's just straight and that's all he is. It seems like Charlie has been burned by this kind of thing before, and, you know, they just don't want him to get hurt again. So you understand where they're coming from, and I like that, you know, Elle goes and investigates the whole situation with Tara, and from there we see Tara and Darcy, I believe is her girlfriend's name. I really liked those two. I thought they were really sweet. Again, I say wholesome a lot during this, just 2 episodes in, so get ready for a good drinking game. When does Liam say wholesome? Drink every time. But yeah, I really liked those two as well. And I like that it took some time to have a little side story with Elle, you know, starting to properly fit into her new school and make some friends there. And, you know, I think it would have been so easy for it to have been a lot more difficult for her to make friends, or for like Tara and Darcy to just turn out to be really mean and horrible or whatever, or they were put up to being her friend or whatever. I like that it was just easy, you know. Sometimes it is as simple as that. Sometimes people are just nice. And again, that's not dramatic for a lot of shows, you know. There has to be like this distinct villain in every single episode, you know. I mean, Tom kind of plays that role a bit, in like particularly in the first one, and I'm sure we'll have more, you know, obstacles in the way. But I like that we're just seeing, you know, Elle make some friends. And it just so happens to therefore then connect back into the whole situation with Nick. And we're seeing Nick and Charlie just spend more time together, and see that kind of spark ignite between them. And it doesn't have to be like super dramatic or angsty or anything like that. There's plenty of time for that to come, and I'm sure it will. But so far it seems very confident in its pace and like what it wants to do, where it wants to do it. You know, it's just... I always say this about like some shows, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something, which is one of my favourite shows of all time. I could have just watched an episode of them just all hanging out and like baking, or like doing their washing up, you know, doing the laundry or something like that. Because it's just the characters that I think you get invested in. I think what makes so many shows is, you know, the characters. I always put characters first, plot second. If your characters are strong, you will keep watching them. And if some episodes maybe aren't then necessarily the best in the world, you still can enjoy them and get engaged with them because you love those characters so much. And just in these first 2 episodes, I think they haven't been afraid of just letting the characters speak for themselves, or sometimes not speak for themselves but still develop, like when they're having their text conversations, or we just see like montages and stuff. So I really like that they're very confident in doing that. you know, we're not being actively told, like, you know, Nick is questioning some things about his sexuality, and he's clearly, you know, catching some feelings for Charlie. We already know that Charlie likes Nick in return, but you know, they're showing it to us, and they're not afraid of showing it to us at a decent pace, I think. So I really like how it's moving thus far, and the development with that, I think, has been really, really good. So yeah, I very much like that side of things, and I'm excited to see a bit more of it, especially because now, you know, Nick's kind of starting to question that stuff about himself, so that's probably going to lead to more development. So yeah, probably some conflict along with it, obviously, but you know, it's fine. This was, I can enjoy the wholesomeness for now, and that dog, Nick's dog, I would die for that dog. So yes, there's that. And yeah, we got a bit more with, is it Ben? Is that his name, Ben? I feel like I called Ben Tom in the first episode. Did I call him Tom? I don't know. Either way, Charlie's ex, not really ex, you know, we've got a few more glimpses of him, so I guess maybe some plot threads are going to keep kind of moving along swiftly. And maybe they're going to like dip in and out of different things alongside this. You know, we did also get a lot more of Charlie's friends in this one. You know, we saw a lot more of Tao, I think, in particular. Him being, I liked the idea of like a token straight friend. That was funny. And he just wants to be the voice of reason. You know, sometimes you just need that to bring you back down to earth a bit. And you know, in this situation, you know, I think Tao is wrong about what's happening, but he wants to protect his friend. So I really enjoyed seeing a bit more of that group of friends. And alongside that, seeing Elle make some friends and have a little wholesome group of her own. Because I really liked Darcy and Tara a lot. They seem like really nice. And I liked the little teases of the fact that those two are actually together. You know, when we first saw them, they're like sharing a scarf and everything. And that was really nice. And I like that Elle kind of picked up on that. And the fact that, you know, you wonder how it would be if Elle was still at that school with the others. And Charlie was like saying, you know, you're not exactly the authority on like who's straight and who isn't. He's kind of said that to Tao and Isaac, I think. So, you know, would that be the case for Elle? She can pick up on vibes fairly easily, it would seem. So I wonder how she would fare if she was still around, and what her thoughts on the whole situation with Charlie and Nick would be. But maybe we will get that later on down the line. But yeah, I really enjoyed everything with that. I thought that was really well done. And yeah, liking the characters more and more. I think they did some great kind of little bits of development for them in this one. You know, considering the short bursts that we get, I think it's quite impressive development just in like what's basically like an hour's worth of show thus far. I think they've done a really nice job of, you know, establishing a lot of different plot elements and character elements, and putting the character elements first, which I think is, you know, absolutely the right thing to do, especially in a story like this. I like that it still has such personality to it. You know, the little kind of not really cartoony like effects and stuff, like the little sparks when Nick was reaching for Charlie's hand, and you know, the elements they've added with that, with like the snow and stuff. It just brings a bit of personality to it, I think, and really makes it stand out, which I really enjoy. And I'm imagining it's like little nods to the graphic novel that's based on as well. That's probably where some of those illustrations come from, I would assume. But yeah, I really enjoyed everything with that. Particularly the growth with Charlie and Nick, you know, their little wholesome day together playing Mario Kart. Bloody love Mario Kart. I mean, the fact that they played Mario Kart for however long they played it together, and they didn't absolutely hate each other by the end, I think they're going to go the distance. I don't think I've ever played Mario Kart with my friends and ended up not hating them for at least like an hour. So they've done well there. I think that, you know, that's a romance for the ages, I think. So yeah, it was really nice to kind of see how things are developing with those two. I look forward to seeing more of it. You know, we're only a quarter of the way through this kind of series, so I'm excited for more. This was another really solid instalment. Lots of good things going on. Really enjoyed the Charlie and Nick stuff in particular, but I liked Elle's little side story as well, and seeing her make friends with Tara and Darcy, who I really, really like. So yeah, got some really good stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing where it all goes in the future. But that is going to be everything for now. So until my next reaction, thanks for watching.